a lot of hard work into your studies and still are unable to get those top scores when compared to your fellow batchmate who is a consistent topper and gets consistent results? And do you feel like there are some secrets that the topper students have which they follow to get these kind of consistent results? Well, stay tuned and watch my complete 5-part series of what secrets these toppers do not tell you. Well, welcome back to my channel, guys. For those of you who are new here, I am Dr. Noor Saira. I'm a practicing endodontist and a part-time YouTuber. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please subscribe and hit the notification bell icon so that you are notified every time I upload a video. Well, let's begin. Well, been there and done that, having topped every subject in every academic year of my college and having about 30 awards and 11 gold medals to my credit with a second rank for my MDS entrance exam, I can definitely tell you that there are no secrets as such, but definitely there are some habits which these toppers or people who get consistent results do follow on a regular basis or follow more consistently. And these are productivity habits which make them more successful or which make them get consistent results when compared to other students or other people. Well, let's begin with the first video of this series, that is how to focus like a machine. Let's move forward. I hope you watch the video till the end. So let me share some small habits with you which are very underrated but do have a significant impact on how you focus throughout the day or you focus through your studies without any distraction, and you are able to sit down for a long period of time with good amount of productive results. I'm sure all of you know the Pavlov's dog conditioning theory, where they basically associate the bell to providing food to a dog or the feeding time of the dog. Now that is, every time the dog hears the bell, he is conditioned to the fact that he will be provided food now, and the experiment showed that even when the bell was rung and no food was provided, the dog is salivating. Now, why did I give an example of this? This is because just like the dog's mind, even a human mind gets conditioned to certain situations. For example, if we put a habit in place for about 1 week and we repeat that habit, we come back into the same frame of mind. Now, why am I giving you this example? Let me give you a small example of a daily lifestyle which we actually do not follow or are unable to follow during a stressed education time or a stressed studies time or examination time. We are unable to follow this lifestyle habit, and it is a very neglected habit, but this does bring about a profound effect. Now, for example, if you wake up in the morning and the first thing that you do is, instead of just directly sitting down to study, you take a shower, you wear tidy clothes, you are neat and tidy, and you apply some fragrance to yourself, and then you sit down to study. You're actually setting a fresh, positive tone to yourself, and the first few minutes of how you set your day is actually how the rest of the day is going to be, so you feel focused. Now, if you move on to do this habit for the next 1 week, by the end of the 1 week, you will realize that every time you are feeling stressed and you are distracted and you are unable to focus on the subject that you're studying, if you just get up and repeat the same pattern of having a bath and wearing nice and tidy clothes, and you're applying some fragrance or some moisturizer on your face, not does it just make you feel fresh, but it also conditions yourself to conditions your mind that now you have to focus on something because you have been doing the same pattern in the last 1 week, and this conditioning does really help. Now, it helped me, I hope it helps you too. Well, the second important thing that you need to do is keep your room clean and organized. Well, when you go into a prayer room, don't you see that everything in the prayer room is related to God and you feel like praying? Well, when you go to your bed, doesn't it remind you of sleep? Or when you go to your bedroom, it reminds you of sleep because everything around that is organized in a way where you will fall asleep. Or when you go to a party environment, you feel like partying because you see everybody around you partying. Similarly, your room has to be organized in such a way that you feel like studying. Now, what I mean to say is your study room has to be separate, or your study place has to be separate, probably a table in a room which is not having everything on it. It is not cluttered. Kindly declutter it and place only your study material on it. Let me give you a small example of a pizza and a salad. Do you ever feel like eating a salad? But if we place the same vegetables on a pizza, don't you feel like eating it? It's all about creating the environment. So keep the area, keep the room clean, keep it organized. Let it remind you that you have to study in this zone. Open the windows, let the fresh air come in, the fresh light come in. Spray some fragrance or room freshener that makes you feel fresh. It's also important that you keep the area clean and hygienic, and every time you enter into the zone, you're completely directly focused on studying. Now it's called as mind training or mind conditioning. Just like how being neat and tidy helps you start to being focused, even the area around you that you set, it should remind you of the fact that now you have to focus and sit down in this area and study. These two small habits do bring about a significant effect, and they actually give the information of how your mind is at that moment of the time. So if everything is organized and arranged, your mind also is decluttered and you feel more organized and more focused in nature. The third thing, like I call it the radar range. Now, one important thing is, imagine you're sitting down to study and you first realize that your pen is somewhere else and your notebook is somewhere else, and every time you have to go take it and come back, you are distracted and you have to refocus. So it's very important that you check the availability of everything that you need for that study hour is available right next to you. So including your study material, your notes, your writing pad, your laptop, your pen, everything is available next to you. Even a cup of tea that you require should be right next to you before you start studying, so that you don't have to get up again and again and get distracted on the way to get those things, and you waste a lot of amount of time during that period, and when you come back you have to refocus yourself. And this is just waste of time and the productivity goes down. So to be more productive, this is one of the habits that I follow, that is the radar range. I keep everything that I need during that period of time ready and next to me. Well, the fourth important point is that you prepare a checklist or a to-do list of the subjects or the portion that you have to cover the next day, the night before, that is just before you go to bed. And it is important you keep this list ready, so that then what you do is the next day you just wake up and you don't waste time planning. All you have to do is wake up, get ready and sit down to study, because you already have a to-do list. And you can also arrange this to-do list according to the priority that you have to complete. You can put the things on the top and the least important things below, and rearrange your priority list accordingly. Now, having things to do already ready saves a lot amount of time and irritation and negativity early in the morning, and it sets you in a positive tone, and it brings about a lot of productivity in the day. Another thing that I like to do is mark my portions. That is, I tend to mark my portions, or I keep bookmarks, and all I have to do is get up the next day and just turn the page instead of deciding how much to study, where to start and where to end, and how much I can end this 1 hour. What I do is already plan it for the day or 1 or 2 days. 2 days, and I keep bookmarks so that this is how much I have to complete. So in that 1 hour or 2 hour, I finish those portions and I move forward. Well, of course, the next most important thing is to keep your phone away. Now imagine sitting down to study, and every time you get a ping on your phone, you are distracted and you have to check your phone, and then you have to refocus yourself. Now this is a distraction, and it does not help in registering the information into your brain, and it does not support long-term memory. So it's very important that you keep your phone away, that in a place where if you have to check the phone, you have to get up and go. Now this will create a kind of an environment where you will focus more and study more, and you're able to complete the portion faster. And you need to understand that human brain is not made for multitasking, so it's very difficult to multitask. And the moment you shift your focus from one place to another, and to come back to the focus, is there's a lot of time that is wasted, and you are distracted, and it takes a lot of focus again to get back to the same study material that you were studying. So it's important that you keep your phone away for about half an hour, 45 minutes, and you take up a 5 minutes break or 10 minutes break, and you go ahead and check your phone and come back and refocus again. Now, focusing on one thing at a time is very important to register it in your mind and support long-term memory. Another important habit that I would like to share with you is maintain your posture. Now, imagine sitting down on a table and chair and studying in your so-called study area or the organized area that you have for studying, compared to studying on the bed where you're lying down and trying to study. Now, our mind is focused to sleep and relaxation when you lie down, and our mind is focused to studying when you sit down and study. So even though it does look underrated, but it does bring about a significant effect, is that you maintain your posture well. A slightly uncomfortable posture is good for study. I don't mean to say break your back, but what I mean to say is don't put yourself in a relaxing posture. Put yourself in a more comfortable or a little focused posture. Also, another thing that I would like to share, or another habit, productivity habit that I would like to share, is it's important that you define yourself and what you want to achieve in that week or in that month. And I would advise that you write it down on a piece of paper and stick it in front of you wherever you study, that every time you feel demotivated and distracted, you look at that paper and you remind yourself of what you want to achieve, and this will definitely help you achieve your results. Now, for example, you can write down that I have to prepare myself, I have to achieve my results in my entrance exam or in whatever exam that you are giving, and you imagine or visualize that victory in your mind. You define your aim, you define your goals, and you visualize that victory every single time. So it's important that every time you feel distracted, you are in the phone or anything else, you look up at that paper or that note that you put for yourself and you feel motivated and focused again, and you get back to your studies. Habit that I call as the two-chair technique is that have two chairs in your study zone or study area. One chair where you actually sit down and study new information is when you're studying with your table and you have your notes and you're writing down, you're studying and you're registering this new information in your mind. And another chair, which is slightly probably more comfortable chair in the room, where you are sitting down for revision or studying a lighter matter. Trust me, this does bring about some amount of focus effect, because the place you place yourself in is how your mind starts to focus. So you keep a chair for studying new information, and you keep a chair in the corner or a sofa or a bed in the corner where you can actually sit down and just keep it for revision's sake, and you are in the relaxed, a little bit comfortable position where you can just glance through your pages and you're able to revise your subjects. Well, another habit a lot of students think which actually brings about a productivity result is that to sit down and study throughout the day. I will tell you, this is a habit which is actually the most destructive or something which does not bring about the results at all. It's very important that you divide your day into multiple segments and you take adequate amount of breaks so that you're giving your mind to relax. You're giving your mind to register the information you have studied. You're giving your mind ventilation so that it's able to register the new information that you will study. So you have to divide your day into multiple breaks. It's very important that you keep some amount of the day to have new information and some amount of the day where you just revise what you are studying. So this gives your mind lesser burden and a more productive result, that you're also studying new information and also you are revising and hence reinforcing long-term memory. Another advice that I would like to give you is change the subject. Do not study the same topic or the same subject throughout the day. For example, if you are studying anatomy in the morning half, I would like that you pick up some clinical subject or some easier subject in the evening so that you're able to balance out the stress or burden in your mind. Well, these are the habits that really help me achieve results over a period of time. But one thing I want you to understand is that anything that is done consistently, even if it is small, is what will bring about the results. Now this is called as the compounding effect. Now every habit done in a qualitative way over a period of time, consistently every single day, is what will bring about the results. So there's no point of exhausting yourself in one day and not doing it the next day. That is not going to bring about the results. So do everything consistently. Also focus on your lifestyle habits, because they do bring about a lot of impact on your mentality and on your mental health. They give you a lot amount of positivity, and hence which in turn will make you more focused, more productive, and in turn more confident. I hope these tips have been very helpful to you and they do bring about a difference in your life. If they have been helpful, please comment below and let me know. And I hope you've enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching the video and have a good day. For more such videos, please like, share, follow and subscribe my YouTube channel. You can also follow me on Instagram. Have a good day. Thank you.